Hello and welcome to Success Tips Global. It's April the 7th, 2023, and I have the pleasure of speaking with a man of many talents, Mr. Yoshitaka Iwamoto. Welcome to Success Tips Global.
Thank you for inviting me today. Thank you.
Okay, my first question is, what's your primary profession?
I think my primary profession is an artist. I'm making and sometimes I make paintings too.
Okay, and how long have you been in this profession?
I finished my MA in London in 2011, and since then I've been working as an independent artist. So basically every year I held exhibition or joining art events. So roughly 10 years and more.
Okay, and when did you decide to focus on this profession?
When I was a high school student, I decided to go to a private school, art private school in my hometown, and I studied basic drawing skills.
Okay, and now that you are in the field, why do you find art to be a suitable profession for you?
In my childhood, I really liked to draw paintings, and especially I really like a Van Gogh, or famous Impressionism painters. And when I was high school student, I decided to go research them.
Okay, so talk a little bit more about the preparation to get into the field. For example, were you a natural-born artist, or did you learn to draw in school?
I think the later one is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and now that you are in the field, what are some challenges of being a professional artist?
I think living as an independent artist is not so easy, because it's not easy to sell artworks and live as an artist. That is my challenge, basically. But I really want to make artworks which other people can be interested in.
Great. Okay, so you also have an English school, right?
Yes.
What made you get into English teaching?
I started teaching English for high school students who want to go to an art school, because in art school in the UK, just many art students often have a presentation or discussion in front of other students or tutors, and expressing their concept about artworks in English is quite an important skill as an artist, I thought. So I teaching English. Okay,
very good. So I understand who your primary clients are. So what do you like about teaching in English?
Yeah, it is great and fun to have opportunity to talk with young people and young generations, and I can learn lot of exchange the opinions, and I can learn their thoughts. Yeah, it's really fun.
But are there any challenges in teaching English?
Yes, because maybe you know that many of high school students in Japan are really focusing on getting good points and good marks in exams. So, but I think that is not the most important part of English. But yeah, in high school, they don't have much opportunities to talk with. I think I hope they will more enjoy exchanging or communicating with people.
Okay. Now, you studied at 3 different universities. Let's first talk about your undergraduate education. Where did you go to university first?
I went to Kyoto Seika University at the first, and
how was life there?
Yeah, and I studied. Yeah, it was really fun, and I studied abstract art in there, and I started stone carving. The atmosphere of their school is kind of free And so the students are individually deepening their interests.
Okay, and after that, where did you go?
I went to University of Tsukuba and I met you there.
Exactly. Okay. How was life in Tsukuba and Tsukuba University like?
Tsukuba University was a quite academic university. It was in countryside, so I could really focusing on my own interest in the research about stone, the history of stone sculptures.
And then I know you got a scholarship to study in the UK.
Yes.
So how did you learn about the scholarship that got you into the UK?
I found it on the website. I found the branch organization called Rotary Club organize scholarship for students who want to go abroad, study abroad.
Okay.
And I applied for it. And fortunately, I was lucky I could be accepted.
Okay, great. Now, before you went to the UK, what kind of preparation was necessary for you?
That's English to study with you. It was really important. I was so necessary.
Okay. And how did you choose that particular UK university that you went to? I think it's a famous one, right?
Oh, University of the Arts London. Yeah. Because I wanted to study in the center of London.
Okay.
And the school, the college I went to was in literally was in center of London.
Okay.
So it was quite active and fashionable area, and so it was really I could spend really artistic life in there.
Okay, but what about your first impression of the UK when you first arrived? What was your initial impression?
Yeah, the cultural diversity was so surprising for me, and the English pronunciation so different from what I learned in Japan. At the beginning, I could not understand the English what they are usually talking.
Right. And what was the school atmosphere like?
Yeah, so it was quite artistic, and my favorite point is that it is easy to go to the famous gallery and the museum in the UK, and it was completely for free. And so I could see lots of masterpieces in there quite easily. It was really good, great point. Okay,
now how easy was it to make friends in that atmosphere?
Well, yeah, I regret that I could not I was not so active to communicate with classmates. I think at that time I didn't have a confidence of my English. So I kind of hesitate to make friends. So that's the point I regret even now.
Okay, but what were some of the most memorable moments in your time in the UK?
Yeah, we had a silent auction. We collaborated with famous fashion brand Agnes Bay. It was so exciting, and also we had a great show in our campuses, and the show which I could have a opportunity to display my artworks along with my classmates was so unforgettable.
Great. Okay, then the big question: why did you decide to return to Japan?
Well, yeah, I wanted to stay in there more, but my visa unfortunately expired.
Okay.
Yeah, I was planning to go to PhD.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I couldn't finish writing a proposal.
Okay.
Yeah, and I could not find a host university in there. Okay. My visa expired. So
okay. Yeah. So let's talk about your exhibitions. Where have you held some exhibitions recently?
Recently, because of the COVID-19, I could not have exhibition in foreign country but I had some shows and I participated in some art events in my hometown. Yeah, and so and also online exhibition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you, in general, how easy is it to hold an exhibition? Is it easy or is it difficult?
Well, it's not easy, I think, because I needed to manage and organize everything by myself. Yeah, so I recommend people who want to be an artist to find a good team what to work as an artist.
Okay.
Yeah, or collaborators and partners.
Okay. And what kinds of people are interested in the kind of sculptures that you produce?
Oh, and these days, I make glassware like sake cups or or glass plates. So basically, main women
Okay.
who like to collect jewelries and accessories, they really like to buy glassware too.
Okay, so what do you see ahead of you in terms of your art career?
Yes, I'm thinking about it. I would like to make artworks which can express myself, and hopefully it will remain in other people's memories. That I think the goal of my goal as an artist.
Okay, so then let me ask you, what kinds of activities do you do in your leisure hours? Of course, I know you paint, but you also play the guitar, right?
Yes,
so what do you do in your free time?
Sometimes I'm making an original song with my friends. This day, last year or 2 years ago, it was 2 years ago. I released a CD and update and posted our original song on Spotify and Apple Music.
Oh, wonderful!
Yeah, I'm really enjoying making music with my now.
Okay, so now that you are a professional artist, what advice would you give to someone who also wants to pursue a career in art?
That's really good question. It is important that finding the meaning of success for you. I think, yeah, is it making money by making artworks or reputation, or making great artworks or expressing yourself? Yeah, deciding what is necessary, what is an important superior point is really important, I think.
Okay, and then what advice would you give to young people who are not sure about what they want to do with their lives?
Yeah, I think if I look back my teenagers, when my younger age, in my life, my mentors gave me a clear vision. Yeah, for my future career. So meeting several people and communicating with different generation and can help them to make sure what they want to do and what they want to be. So finding that is quite important. I still remember that you recommend me to read books of who was it? I forgot. Successful tips of successful.
Okay, yeah. So so read as many books as possible.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So finally, you've said a lot already, but what is something you have always wanted to say to the world?
Well, respect culture. Yeah, because we are living in different thought and different opinion. But I think, yeah, and as you know, Japanese people have a unique culture.
Right.
Yeah, so I think understanding cultural difference is quite important. That's what I'd like to say.
Thank you so much for taking the time. I know you're a busy man. Thank you.
No. Well, I was a little bit nervous, but today it's fine. No
Well, you
connection
did a great
problem.
job. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye for now.
Bye for now.